Thank you very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong and welcome to Pointless. This is the quiz show where all the questions have been asked to 100 people before the show and all our contestants have to do is come up with the answers that those 100 people couldn't think of. Let's meet today's players. Now, first off, we welcome Bill and Susan. Now, how do you two know each other, Bill?
Well, I've known Susan all her life. She's my sister, baby sister.
And Susan, where are you from?
Belfast in Northern Ireland.
From Belfast. Now then, Bill, what do you do?
I work in the Northern Ireland's Department of Health, looking at public health statistics, so lots of very jolly things like death rates, suicide, obesity, you know, it's...
What are the chances of that?
They said I was perfect for the show.
Eerily. Susan, well, how about you? What do you do?
I'm also a civil servant in Northern Ireland.
What about
What are the
that?
chances of
Well,
that
really,
happening?
what are
Yeah.
they? Actually, Bill, seriously, what are the chances of that?
About 95%.
And now, what do you like to do when you're not civil servanting?
Me and my brother last year done some life drawing classes. We only done it from one term.
You were both drawing, I'm
Yes.
guessing, not...
Yeah.
OK.
We did,
good.
yeah, yes. No, we weren't the,
tidy that up.
we weren't the models.
Right.
But it got a little bit awkward because they're all females and it's a wee bit
Not for
weird.
me.
A wee bit weird, sitting with your brother with a naked woman in front of you and you sort of go, we've only done it for one term.
I've been back 3 times since.
Very good. Very, very best of luck to you, Bill and Susan. Welcome to the show. And next, we welcome back Andy and Gordon. You were on the show last time. Andy, remind us how you know each other.
We met in a pub about 11 years ago when Gordon was the quizmaster of a pub quiz.
Gordon, what happened last time?
When we got to the head-to-head, we come up against a pretty tough subject and we just couldn't see the answer.
Oh, yes, it was parts of the eye. It was parts of the eye. Yeah, it really was tough. What would be your dream category, Andy?
Parts of the ear, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Hot on that.
Yeah.
Hot on that.
I'm hearing it.
Or more seriously, history or literature.
History.
Or
Any
sport.
particular period of history?
Quite into the Tudors. That was my specialist subject at university, so...
OK, well, very, very best of luck to the pair of you. You made it through to the head-to-head last time. I can see no reason why you shouldn't make it that far and maybe beyond today. Next, we welcome Katie and David. Now, how do you two know each other?
We're married and we've known each other for 25 years. We've been together 25 years.
Very good indeed. David, where are you from?
We're from Guildford in Leafy, Surrey.
In Leafy? Sorry, what do you do in Guildford, David?
We're children's entertainers.
Oh, both of you are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We work as a double act and we've been doing it for 25 years.
Wow.
Soon after we met in the cinema. Katie was engaged at the time, wasn't interested in me. She thought I was gay.
Maybe it's the shirt.
Yeah, well... Yeah. I soon
wow.
set her straight.
Or maybe she set you straight. I don't know. But, anyway, so, Katie, David, what are going to be your specialist subjects on Pointless?
Natural history, nature and films for me, I think would be good.
Body
David?
parts.
Or body parts, yes.
Wow, I'm so glad.
Did you have a round on eyes?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
could have done that.
We're the wrong show.
Do you know about the ciliary muscle?
Yes.
That was very
Moves.
convincing.
Does she know about the ciliary
wasn't
muscle? I don't
convinced
know
that she
about
does.
that. Yeah. Well, maybe.
Moves
David,
the lens.
what would you... Oh, she does know. Oh, you're good.
Do you know about the Restavik muscle?
Oh, no.
Ah, I just made it up.
She is good. Anyway, there we are. Anyway, welcome to the show, Katie and David. It's great to have you here.
Thank you.
And finally, we've got Lee and Gemma. Now, how do you two know each other?
We met each other in a club about 10 years ago and been married for 18 months.
Oh, many congratulations. And where are you from, Gemma?
We're from Nottingham.
From Nottingham. What do you do, Gemma?
I'm actually a contact lens optician. So
Parts of the eye.
gutted.
Yeah.
That was my specialist subject.
Oh, what, ciliary muscle?
Yeah.
Oh, no. You'd have been super ciliary... Oh, no, it's just too tough. Sorry. Anything you'd hate to see come up, Gemma? Any sort of real black spots?
Geography.
Yeah. OK. Lee, how about you?
Probably sport for me. Not a big fan of sport at all.
Right, OK. Well, very, very best of luck. It's lovely to have you on the show. Welcome. We'll find out more about all of you throughout the show as it goes along. There's only one person left for me to introduce. We've just heard they're going to make Pointless the musical, and he's going to be played by Gareth Gates. It's my pointless friend. It's Richard.
Hiya. Hello. Should be a cracking show today. Everybody seems to be quite bright. You know, where's the fun in that?
Yeah. It's
very hard to work out which among you is going to give that stupid, ridiculous wrong answer that's going to make us all laugh. You know, fingers crossed someone will.
Thanks very much. Now, all our questions on Pointless have been asked to 100 people before the show. In order to get to the final round and be in with a chance of winning a jackpot, our contestants need to find the obscure answers those 100 people didn't get. So the fewer of the 100 people who knew the answer, the fewer points they'll score. Now, what everyone's trying to do, of course, is to find a pointless answer. This is an answer that none of our 100 people knew, and each time that happens, we will add 250 quid to the jackpot. Nobody won the jackpot last time, so we add another £1,000 to that. So today's jackpot starts off at £5,250. Right, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. OK, in this first round, each of you must give me one answer, and you cannot confer with your partner. Whichever pair has the highest score at the end of the round will be eliminated. Try and make sure that's not you. OK, our first category today is countries. It's countries. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, let's find out what the question is. Here it comes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many countries whose names contain the word in as they could. Countries whose names contain the word in. This is fun. Richard.
Yeah, we're looking for any country whose usual short-form English names contains the word in. That's the letters I and N consecutively. As always, by country, we mean a sovereign state that's a member of the UN in its own right. See how many of these you can get at home while everyone's thinking.
OK, thank you very much. Now then, Bill and Susan, you all drew lots before the show, and today you get to go first. I'm going to give you a little bit of time to marshal your thoughts, Susan.
I'm not sure if this is a country or not. I've heard of it, and I'm maybe going to go for Turkmenistan.
Turkmenistan.
I don't know if that's got an IN in it or not, but...
OK, you're saying Turkmenistan. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said Turkmenistan. Oh, bad luck, Susan. I'm afraid that's an incorrect answer, which means you scored a maximum of 100 points. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry, Susan, it doesn't have IN in it. It has NI, Turkmenistan, but not IN.
Gordon. The most obscure country with an in.
Well, the country I'm thinking of isn't necessarily obscure, but I hope I got my spelling right, and I've got them the right way round, because I think it might be Spain.
Spain. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said it. Absolutely right. 19 for Spain.
Well done, Gordon. Very solid answer. Do you want a pointless fact?
Yeah, I'd love one.
Excellent. There's no law against nudity in Spain. You can go naked wherever you want.
Well, thank you very much, Richard. Now then, Katie, what is the most obscure country whose name contains the word in that you can summon to mind?
I'm not sure about my ex-Russian geography, but I'm going to try Ukraine.
Ukraine, says Katie. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said it. Ukraine. Absolutely right, Katie. Your ex-Russian geography is immaculate. 1! Wow. 1, Katie. This is good. Ukraine.
Very well played, Katie.
Lee.
I hope this is a country. I think it is, in the Middle East, Bahrain.
Bahrain, says Lee. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said it. Another one. Look at that. 2 fantastic scores on the trot there. 1 for Bahrain.
Well played, Lee. I don't have any pointless facts about Bahrain, other than the British School of Bahrain holds the world record for the world's largest simultaneous coin toss.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm afraid I've got no pointless facts. I've just got that. That's the only...
Splendid. Well, we're halfway through the round. Let's take a look at the scores as they stand. Lee and Gemma, Katie and David, both looking very, very strong indeed on just 1 point apiece. Then we travel up to 19, where we find Gordon and Andy, also looking pretty solid. Then I'm afraid it's quite a hike up to 100, where we find Susan and Bill. OK, we're going to come back down the line. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? OK, so we're looking for countries whose names contain the word in. Now then, Gemma, the high scorers, Bill and Susan on 100. You're on 1. A score of 98 or less from you will see you into the next round.
Not my strong point, geography.
98.
Now, I think I've finally found a use for the Eurovision, so I'm going to take a bit of a punt and go for Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Bosnia and Herzegovina. OK, there is your red line. If you get below that with Bosnia and Herzegovina, you are through to the next round. Let's see. Bosnia and Herzegovina. Is that right? How many people said it? It's right! It's a pointless answer, Gemma. Very well done. That adds £250 to today's jackpot, takes the total up to £5,500. It scores you nothing and it leaves your total at 1. There you were, setting the scene by saying geography wasn't your strong point. And then you score our first pointless of the round. Fantastic. Richard.
Yeah, well played, Gemma. What a team. Great introduction to pointless. Bosnia-Herzegovina. The capital is Sarajevo, where Torben and Dean won their 1984 Olympic gold.
Thank you very much indeed. Now then, David, what about that?
Yeah.
Their total is 1. Their
That is
total
frightening.
is 1. The high scorers remain Bill and Susan on 100, 98 or less.
Well, please remember, I am a children's entertainer. That is my strength. Geography. I'm going to take a gamble. Slovenia.
Slovenia.
Yes. Because
yes.
I was looking at at an atlas, and I'm not quite sure whether it's a country or a town.
OK. Slovenia. Here's your red line, very high. If Slovenia is right, and it gets you below that red line, you are through to the next round. Let's see, is it right? How many people said it? Bad luck, David, bad luck. I'm afraid that's an incorrect answer, which scores you the maximum of 100 points. That takes your total up to 101. Richard.
Sorry, David, it is a country, but it doesn't have IN in it, I'm afraid. In that respect, it's very much twinned with Turkmenistan. It's SLOVENIA.
Oh. Bad luck, but a lifeline to Bill and Susan there. Now then, Andy, you're on 19. The high scorers are now David and Katie on 101. So a score of 81 or less from you will see you into the next round.
Well, I'm tempted to move away from the sort of Eastern Bloc and Balkans and go for Trinidad and Tobago.
Trinidad and Tobago. Is it right? How many people said it? And you're through. Not just through pointlessly. Another pointless answer. It adds another 250 quid to today's jackpot, takes the total up to £5,750. It scores you nothing. It leaves your total at 19. Very well done, Andy. Richard.
Yeah, terrific answer, Andy. Very well played. It's a good round so far, isn't it? A real mix of scores. OK, now then, Bill. You need a pointless answer, and only a pointless answer will see you straight through. I mean, obviously, if you score 1, we will go to a tie-break. But the high scorers are on 101, David and Katie, so a pointless answer is what you need. What are you thinking about?
Thinking, where's the door? The first answer I came up with, and I'm not sure it's pointless, Liechtenstein.
Liechtenstein?
Liechtenstein.
Yes. Liechtenstein.
Yeah, you got the... You can
I like Liechtenstein. What do you think, Susan?
It's better than mine.
We're looking for countries whose names contain the word in. Bill has said Liechtenstein. Your red line is, take my word for it, it's there. It's just very close to the floor. Now then, is it right? How many people said it? Liechtenstein. It's right. Can it get you through to the next round? Yes, it can, Bill! That's That's amazing. Very, very well done, you. That's a pointless answer. Our third of the round. It adds another 250 quid to today's jackpot, takes the total up to £6,000. It scores you nothing. It leaves your total at 100, and it sees you into the next round. Very well done indeed, Bill. That was very exciting indeed. Richard?
Yeah, I have to say, I think that might be the greatest pointless escape of all time. Incredible escape. Very, very well played. Liechtenstein, one of only 2 doubly landlocked countries in the world. We've discussed that before. The other one being...
Central African Republic.
Uzbekistan.
Oh, right.
Let's take a look at the pointless answers, though. I suspect some people at home will have got a few of these. Let's take a look. Equatorial Guinea was a pointless answer. Suriname, Burkina Faso, San Marino, Dominican Republic, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. There's Liechtenstein we just had from Bill, St. Lucia and Trinidad and Tobago that we have from Andy. Let's take a look at the most popular answers, which are shockingly low scoring, I have to say. In third place, China, 22. As you might expect, Indonesia is second, would have scored 27. Now India is top, with just 41 points.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Well, at the end of that round, our losing pair with the highest score, I'm afraid, David and Katie. Oh, dear, and Katie, brilliant answer, Ukraine. Scored you just 1. David?
My mind went blank.
Yeah, well, it does, though, it does. It always does.
I thought there aren't any countries with IN.
They don't have to begin with them, and there are. But anyway, listen, we'll look forward to seeing you next time, David and Katie. Meanwhile, thanks so much for playing. Excellent contestants. But for the remaining 3 pairs, it's time for round 2. Now, sadly, at the end of this round, another pair will be leaving us to leave us with our 2 pairs for the head-to-head round. But that was very exciting. Lee and Gemma, wonderful, wonderful low score there of 1. Amazing. Anyway, well, best of luck to all 3 pairs. Our category for round 2 today is chemistry. Chemistry. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. And our question concerns acids and their formulas. Acids and their formulas. Richard?
Yeah, on each pass we're going to show you 6 chemical formulas for acids. We're also going to show you a brief description of that acid, which actually might be more useful, I suspect. Give us the name of the acid, nice obscure one, fewer points, incorrect one, 100 points. 12 acids in all to guess at home.
OK, so we are looking for the common names of the acids described by these clues. And we have got acid commonly known as vitamin C, C6H8O6, often used in school lab experiments, HCl, the most commonly used acid in industry, H2SO4, poisonous acid found in the leaves of rhubarb, C2H2O4, acid that gives sparkling water its sharp taste, H2CO3, and the acid women are advised to take in first 12 weeks of pregnancy, C19H19N7O6. I'll read those all again. Acid, commonly known as vitamin C, C6H8O6, often used in school lab experiments, HCl. The most commonly used acid in industry, H2SO4. Poisonous acid found in the leaves of rhubarb, C2H2O4. Acid that gives sparkling water its sharp taste, H2CO3, and the acid women are advised to take in the first 12 weeks of pregnancy, C19H19N7O6. There we go. There are 6 acids. You need to give me their common names. Susan, what are we thinking?
Well, yet again, geography, chemistry, not my strong point again.
Are the clues helpful, though?
The clues are helpful on this one. There's one I definitely know, and it's the one about the pregnancy. So I'm going to go for that one. And I think it's folic acid.
Folic acid is C19H19N7O6. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many people knew that answer. Folic acid. Absolutely right, Susan. Well done. 36. Not a bad score at all. Richard?
Well done, Susan, and good food sources for folic acid. Liver and kiwi fruit, among the best.
Liver and kiwi fruit. Andy?
Discovered yet another weak point, I'm afraid. I think, though, that vitamin C could be citric acid.
Citric acid, you are saying. C6H8O6. Citric acid. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many people knew that answer. Citric acid, says Andy. Oh, bad luck, Andy. Oh, and that was a good sort of citric acid face there.
Sour lemons.
Unfortunately, an incorrect answer, though, I'm afraid. That scores you 100 points. I'm sorry. Richard.
Sorry, Andy, I'll give the correct answer at the end of the pass.
Now then, Gemma. Now, you asked for chemistry.
I did.
Chemistry's good. Are you still liking this?
Yeah, it's not bad. Could be worse.
You can take us through this board if you like. You can fill in all
Okay.
the blanks and then decide which one you want to submit.
Well, I don't know vitamin C. I know it's not citric acid. Lab experiments is hydrochloric. Acid in industry is sulfuric. I think rhubarb might be oxalic, and water is carbonic, but I think I'm going to go with sulfuric for acid in industry.
Sulfuric acid in industry. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people knew that answer. Sulfuric acid. Yep, it's right. Well, it's the lowest score of the pass. Very well done, Gemma. 25. 25 for sulfuric acid, H2SO4.
Yeah, more of it made each year than any other manufactured chemical. Sulfuric acid. Fertilisers is main use. You should have gone for some of the other answers. You went through the board beautifully there. You're quite right about the school lab experiments. That's hydrochloric acid. That would have been a worse answer. Would have scored you 31. The poisonous acid found in rhubarb, quite right, it's oxalic. That would have scored you 4. And the acid that gives sparkling water its sharp taste, that's carbonic. You're right with that. That would have got 5. So both would have been terrific answers. And the one that no one knows, the acid commonly known as vitamin C, is ascorbic acid. It scored 15 points. So oxalic acid, best answer on that board. Very well done if you got all of them.
OK, well, let's take a look at those scores. We're halfway through the round. The best answer so far came from Gemma. Lovely low score of 25 there. Could have been even lower. Then we go up to 36, where we find Susan and Bill. And then up, I'm afraid, to 100, where we find Andy and Gordon. OK, we're going to come back down the line. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? Now then, Lee, we're going to put 6 more acids on the board, and here they are. We have got the chief acid in vinegar, C2H4O2, caustic acid found in ants and stinging nettles, CH2O2, acid from which LSD is derived, C16H16N2O2, sharp-tasting acid found in lemons, C6H8O7, acid found in sour milk, C3H6O3, and the solid acid obtained from the distillation of coal tar, C6H5OH. I'll read them one last time, and here we go. Chief acid in vinegar, C2H4O2, caustic acid found in ants and stinging nettles, CH2O2, acid from which LSD is derived, C16H16N2O2, sharp-tasting acid found in lemons, C6H8O7, acid found in sour milk, C3H6O3, solid acid obtained from distillation of coal tar, C6H5OH. Now remember, we're looking for the common names of these acids. Lee, you're on 25. You're the low scorers. The high scorers on 100 are Gordon and Andy, which means a score of 74 or less will see you through to the next round.
I think I know 3 of them. Of those 3, the one I think would be the most obscure is acid from which LSD is derived, lysergic.
Lysergic, says Lee. Here is your red line. Quite nice and high. If you get below that red line, you're through to the next round. Let's see if lysergic acid is right, and if it is, let's see how many people said it. Lysergic. Look at that. Very well done. And you're through. 12. The best score so far, Lee. Very well done. That takes your total up to 37.
Good answer, safely through lysergic acid, also known as lithic acid as well. Originally developed, they were trying to find a headache cure.
Now then, Gordon, you're the high scorers on 100 by quite some way.
OK, I was feeling reasonably confident with the LSD one, because that's exactly what I was looking at, and so as that's been taken away from my options, the only other one that I'm confident of, or reasonably confident of, is the same answer as Andy gave. So the sharp tasting acid found in lemons is citric.
Citric, the sharp-tasting acid found in lemons. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many people said that. No red line for you, as you are the high scorers. It's right. 62. That's a big score. And as a consequence, I'm afraid it takes you out of the reach of Bill. 162 is your total. Richard?
Yeah, it's a big score, but a correct answer. Most citric acid is now created by feeding sugar to bacteria.
Thanks very much, Richard. Now then, Bill, you're through to the head-to-head. Whatever happens, the board is yours. Talk us through it.
I can sort of guess the bottom. I think it's carboxylic comes to mind for the bottom one.
Carboxylic.
I might have just made that up. I don't know.
Sounds good.
Acid found in sour milk. You know, lactic. No, the lactics. And no, I'm not sure of that. Caustic acid found in ants and stinging nettles. And I don't know. So I'm going to go for chief acid in vinegar. And I think it's acetic acid.
Let's see. For fun, acetic acid. Is that right? The main acid found in vinegar. It is. 23. Very well done. 23 takes your total up to 59. Richard?
Yeah, acetic acid, well played, Bill. It's got other names as well, but acetic acid is its most common one. Let's go through the rest of the board. You were right about the sour milk one as well, actually. It was lactic acid, but would have scored you 30 points. The coal tar one, it's not carboxylic, but it's simply carbolic acid, and that's a pointless answer. So very well done if you said carbolic acid at home. And the acid found in ants and stinging nettles, it's formic acid. Would have scored you 10 points. Very well done to anyone who got all 12 of those. Very impressive.
Thanks very much, Richard. So at the end of round 2, the losing pair with the highest score, I'm afraid, Gordon and Andy.
Scientific subjects.
Yeah.
Not good.
We have to say goodbye. Gordon and Andy, thanks so much for playing. Great contestants. But for the remaining 2 pairs, things are about to get even more exciting now as we enter the head-to-head. Well, congratulations, Lee and Gemma, Bill and Susan. You're now only 1 round away from the final and a chance to play for our jackpot, which currently stands at £6,000. Well, you're going to go head-to-head, and the first pair to win 2 questions will be playing for that jackpot. But the important news is you're now allowed to confer. So from here on in, you play as teams. Now, Lee and Gemma, it's been pretty impressive. In fact, pretty much every round that's come up has played to your strengths.
It is. Good.
Will it continue? What will be the best topics to come up in this round?
Film, telly.
Film and TV,
Yeah.
probably.
OK. And Bill, you've done very well. Turkmenistan, notwithstanding. And now you're a team. You can put all your knowledge together.
Put all my eggs in Bill.
OK, well, anything can happen. Let's play the head-to-head. OK, here comes your first question, and it concerns Julia Roberts films. Richard.
We're going to show you 5 stills or publicity shots from Julia Roberts films. Can you name the films, please, and pick the most obscure?
OK, thanks, Richard. Here are our 5 stills from Julia Roberts films, and we have got A, B, C, D, and E. There we are, 5 stills from 5 Julia Roberts films. Now, Lee and Gemma, you've played best throughout the show so far, so you get to go first.
We're going to go for A, which we think is Flatliners.
Flatliners. Flatliners, A. Bill and Susan, you can talk us through the rest of the board if you like.
I think we know rest of the board. I think possibly Gemma and Lee have the best answer. I think B's The Mexican. C's Charlie Wilson's War. D's Runaway Bride. And E's Peter Pan. Should we go for The Mexican? We might go for The Mexican. B.
You're going to go for The Mexican, B. So we have Flatliners, A. Lee and Gemma saying A is Flatliners. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said that. It's right. '23. OK, Bill and Susan have said B, the Mexican. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said it. It's right. 23 is what you have to beat. Oh, it's going to be close. Oh, you've done it. 4. 4 for the Mexican. Very, very well done. Bill and Susan, after one question, you are ahead 1-0. Richard.
Flatline is actually the second highest of all the scores on that board, if we go through them all. C, Charlie Wilson's War, you're absolutely right. It's actually the best answer up there. Would have scored you 2 points. You're right about D as well. It's the Runaway Bride, but that was the biggest scorer of all, 48. And the only one you got the name wrong is Hook rather than Peter Pan. That would have scored 14, would also have been a winning answer. Well done if you got all of those at home. Charlie Wilson's War, best answer there.
Thanks very much, Richard. So here comes your second question. Lee and Gemma, you have to win this question to stay in the game. Best of luck. It concerns UK castles. UK castles. Richard.
Quite simply, we're going to show you the names of 5 UK castles, but in anagram form. Can you unscramble them and pick the most obscure?
OK, thanks very much. Let's reveal our 5 UK castles, and here they are. We have got, in anagrammatic form, Crackfire Rugs, Behind Rug, in words, Hot Wrinkle, and Rob a Mal. I'll read those one last time. Crackfire Rugs, Behind Rug, in words, Hot Wrinkle, and Rob a Mal. There we have 5 UK castles in anagram form. Bill and Susan, you go first. We can have a bit of time to think and confer.
I think the first one that jumped out at us was what castle from back home. Top one, Carrickfergus.
Carrickfergus. Carrickfergus, say Bill and Susan. Now then, Lee and Gemma, you can talk us through the rest of the board.
It won't take long. We think we only know 2, which is Behind Rug, Edinburgh, and Rob a Mall, Balmoral. I think we'll have to stump for Edinburgh.
You're going to go for Behind Rug, Edinburgh. So, we have Crackfire Rugs, Carrickfergus, say Bill and Susan. Carrickfergus. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said it. Absolutely right. Wow, 5. Now then, Lee and Gemma, this is the question you have to win. They've set the bar incredibly low there with Carrickfergus. You have gone for Edinburgh Castle, Behind Rug. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see if it'll beat 5. Where's right? How far down will it take you? Down it goes, still going down. 18. After only 2 questions, Bill and Susan, you are through to the final 2-0.
Well played, Bill and Susan. Carrickfergus, a Norman castle in County Antrim. Actually not the best answer on the board, but a very good answer. The top answer is in words, which is that's the last one I worked out.
Windsor.
Windsor, absolutely, couldn't see it. That would have scored 50 points. Robber Mall is Balmoral, as you suspected. That would have scored 27. And you know Hot Wrinkle? Kenilworth in Warwickshire. Made famous by the Sir Walter Scott novel. Would have scored 3 points, so the best answer up there. Well done if you got that.
Very good. Thank you, Richard. So the losing pair at the end of the head-to-head, I'm afraid it's Lee and Gemma. And you came into this so strongly. First round was a film round. I thought you had this sewn up.
We just chose the wrong answer.
That's tough. That was really tough. Any tips you've learned from this first appearance?
Yeah. When we get to the head-to-head, let me choose the answer.
OK. Right. Very good indeed. Well, Lee and Gemma, it's been lovely having you on the show. Thank you so much for playing. Great contestants.
Thank you.
But for Bill and Susan, it's now time for our pointless final. Well, congratulations, Bill and Susan. You've seen off all the competition and you've won our coveted pointless trophy. You now have a chance to win our pointless jackpot, and at the end of today's show, the jackpot stands at £6,000. I mean, did you ever think in a million years you were standing there on the first podium and you were 100 points up, or down, you might say? I mean, it was looking like it was curtains, a very early exit for Bill and Susan.
Well, definitely, I thought I just ruined the whole show and we were out in the first round, but Bill saved me.
I knew she'd spelt it wrong and sort of, oh dear, oh no, nightmare. So my whole aim was just not at 200, sort of let's just play it safe, and the first answer that came into my mind was Liechtenstein.
And what was really hard was...
Well, it shows how warped my mind is. So.
Well, no, it doesn't. It shows a brilliant mind. Only a pointless answer was going to save you. And he only goes and finds a pointless answer. Amazing. Amazing. Anyway, very, very best of luck. Let's hope this run of luck continues. The rules are very simple. To win that money, that £6,000 jackpot, all you have to do is find one pointless answer, and you will leave here with that money. Firstly, you've got to choose a category, and you can choose from these 5 options. They are European theatre, islands, country stars, heartthrobs, novelists.
Well, islands and European theatre, no way.
No, geography's not for you, no.
No, definitely not.
Novelists could be anything. It's a
Heartthrobs could be like films people, or...
Yeah, you watch all that slushy stuff, so maybe that's for you. This is where Susan redeems herself.
Hopefully.
You go for that one?
We'll go for heartthrobs.
Heartthrobs it is. OK, well, let's find out what that question is. Here it comes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many celebrities who have been named Sexiest Man Alive as they could. Richard.
Yeah, we're looking for any man who's been voted Sexiest Man Alive by the American People magazine since that award began in 1985, please. Very best of luck.
OK, you now have up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers, and all you need to win that £6,000 jackpot is for just one of those answers to be pointless. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
OK, let's put 60 seconds on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
Over to you.
Obvious ones are George Clooney, Brad Pitt. Let me think. Is there any...
Tom Cruise.
Hugh Grant. I don't know, would he be deemed as sexy in America?
No,
because of 4 Weddings and a Funeral. Trying to think, 1985. Who was big in 1985? The Brat Pack. That would be Patrick Swayze and stuff, and kind of thing, because he's done Dirty Dancing.
What about musicians and stuff like that, like John Bon Jovi and people like that?
Yeah,
so like,
could be John Bon Jovi. He would have been big in the 80s and stuff. I have to sort of think back then.
Yeah.
American stars as well. Would have been athletes or anything, or...
No.
We need to get an answer. So John Bon Jovi would be one. Patrick Swayze, because of Dirty Dancing.
Yeah, let's think of a really obscure one.
Oh,
Somebody...
I'm trying to think of a film.
10 seconds.
Kiefer Sutherland, because he was... No. Give me another one.
Go for George Clooney or something.
George Clooney. We'll just go for George Clooney.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't think of anyone else.
OK, there we are. Your time is up. You seem to have landed on 3 answers. They sound like good answers to me. We were looking for men who have been voted Sexiest Man Alive. I now need your 3 answers.
First answer was George Clooney.
George Clooney.
Patrick Swayze.
Patrick Swayze.
And John Bon Jovi.
And John Bon Jovi. Now, of those 3, which is your best shot at a pointless answer?
John Bon Jovi, I think.
John Bon Jovi.
So I'll put John Bon Jovi last. And your least likely?
George Clooney.
George Clooney.
Yeah.
OK, we'll put him first. OK, let's put them up on the board in that order, and here they are. We have got George Clooney, Patrick Swayze, and John Bon Jovi. George Clooney, you said, was your least likely shot at a pointless answer. You only have to find one pointless answer, remember, to win that £6,000 jackpot. Bill, £6,000, what would you do?
I would take my children on a holiday, maybe Lapland or something like that, or Disney.
Go and see Father Christmas. Very good. Susan?
Well, after the shopping spree, I would then go to New York. I've been to America, but I've never been to New York, and I've got this kind of romantic idea of it, so I'd love to go and do that and see that.
Very good. Well, very, very best of luck. Let's hope one of these 3 excellent answers wins you that jackpot. OK, your first answer, George Clooney. Let's see if it's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said it. George Clooney. It's right. A correct answer. Now, if this goes all the way down to 0.54... Well, unfortunately, not a pointless answer, but you had him first for a reason. Yeah. I mean, he was filling a place there.
Yeah.
Wow, 54, that's a big score. That is a big score. Only 2 more chances to win today's jackpot. Everything now riding on Patrick Swayze and John Bon Jovi. OK. We are looking for men who've been voted Sexiest Man Alive. Let's hope nobody said your next answer. Patrick Swayze has to be right, has to be pointless. Patrick Swayze, is it right? How many people said it? Oh, very well done. Second correct answer. George Clooney stopped round about now. Patrick Swayze is still going down. Now, if he goes all the way down to 0, you leave here with £6,000. Still goes 6. Oh. Well, that's more like it. We're narrowing it down. 54 to 6. That's a great improvement. You only have 1 more chance to win today's jackpot. Everything is riding on John Bon Jovi. Now, who's the John Bon Jovi fan?
He mentioned him.
No, you haven't allowed. No.
But he was the sort of person, though, who might well have been.
Yeah, a lot of...
You know, we're
I
thinking...
still remember when there was about 11, 12, all the girls in the class.
Yeah, 1985, surely.
Yeah.
Sometime around then, 86, 87.
Living on a Prayer and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
OK, right. Well, everything is riding on John Bon Jovi. A brilliant answer, maybe. John Bon Jovi, is it correct? How many people said it? Bad luck. Bad luck, bad luck. Unfortunately, you didn't manage to find that all-important pointless answer, so I'm afraid you don't win today's jackpot of £6,000, which will roll over onto the next show. But you have been amazing. I mean, absolutely brilliant contestants. And you do, of course, get to take home our pointless trophy, so very, very well done.
Thank you.
OK, this is where we find out what all the answers were. Bit of kicking of ourselves, I should think. Richard?
Yeah, unlucky guys. It was a guessing game, but there are definitely pointless answers up there you could have guessed. George Clooney is the highest answer of all, followed by Brad Pitt, then Sean Connery, Tom Cruise and Johnny Depp. All of those are quite high scorers. Let's take a look at some of the pointless ones, though. Ben Affleck won it in 2002. Denzel Washington won it in 1996. Harrison Ford, 1998. Harry Hamlin from LA Law, he won it. Jude Law won it. Might have been a guess. Mark Harmon, another American TV actor, he won it back in the 80s. Matt Damon also won it. Yeah, Nick Nolte. Yeah, Nick Nolte? Maybe back in 1992. The only other pointless answer is John F. Kennedy Jr. The most recent winner, Bradley Cooper.
There you go.
Yeah, but he scored 6 points. So.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Well, unfortunately, we do have to say goodbye to you, Bill and Susan, but it's been lovely having you on the show. Thank you both so much for playing. Great contestants. Nobody's won our jackpot today, so it rolls over, which means on the next show we will be playing for £7,000. Join us then to see if someone can win it. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.